What's up everyone, welcome back to a brand new video. Alright, so I already did this for Goku. With Ultra Instinct, we made a scenario where he unlocked it early on. Actually, two in fact. But now, it's about time that Vegeta gets his own too. Especially since he has his own form, Ultra Ego. So on today's What If Mini, we'll be looking at a scenario where Vegeta unlocks this form earlier on, and see how it affects the story. For this video, let's set a like goal of 3,500 likes. If we hit that, it lets me know that you guys want to see more videos like this, and maybe I'll make one where he gets it even earlier on than this. But we'll see about that though. Anyways, let's pick up from here. Now, we've already seen this form in the manga, although it was kinda recent, at least at the time of recording. Right now I'm recording literally a day after the chapter dropped where they named the form. But I feel like the amount of info that we have about it is still enough. We have a name, a basic understanding of how it functions, a design, and we even kinda know how Vegeta got it. I feel like this will be good enough for me to make this video. For all I know, we definitely will learn more about the form later on down the line, so maybe some of the stuff will be outdated if you're watching way later on. So just keep that in mind if you're watching this in like 2022 or something. So, how much earlier on are we talking? Well, I'm gonna say about after Zamasu. Sometime within that year between that arc and the Tournament of Power. Vegeta realized that having new techniques, especially from Beerus, might really help him. Kakarot's already ahead with his blue Kaioken, so maybe Beerus could teach him something that'll help. Not only in terms of strength, but in terms of technique too. And of course, Beerus does have the perfect thing, the Hakai. Obviously, both of the Saiyans already knew about this. And if we go by the manga's events, even Goku tried to copy it at one point. But Vegeta sees this as a huge opportunity for him. If he's able to master this technique somehow, it'll really help him in pretty much any battle he's in. I mean, a technique that can destroy pretty much anything. Getting the energy of a god of destruction, it's gonna be huge for him. Now, this isn't like when he got taught by WhIMs. Beerus is a much more, well, different teacher. It's a lot more informal than what Whis does. While Goku continues his training with Whis, Vegeta begins this new training with Beerus. At first, it's a kinda slow start. Learning to use the Hakai is much tougher than he thought. At least a real Hakai. After some time, he actually is able to do it, although on a very small scale, but he's gonna work his way up from here, and eventually he'll be very powerful with it. So, all this training continues. At least up until the point when Bulma is pregnant and Vegeta heads back to Earth. He did get some nice training in, but it's not like he's going to use it much just yet. Although the perfect opportunity is coming up, the Tournament of Power. And beforehand, he works more with his power instead of trying to do whatever he was doing in the Room of Spirit and Time, wanting to hone and improve it more before the tournament begins. Also, Beerus kinda wants me to do this too. After hearing about Toppo from Universe 11, he realized that he might need a candidate for God of Destruction, or at least someone who's as strong as one. And also, he wants to stick to Belmont, showing that his student's better, if anything. But it's a good tactic, and although it is kinda done out of pride from Beerus, it's smart because it's only gonna help make Vegeta stronger for the tournament. But even with all this, it's not like this is gonna affect the tournament right away. Of course, the team's still gonna remain the same, and pretty much the first half of the tournament goes as normal. Vegeta having all this power won't really change much. I mean, in some fights he definitely will be able to use the Hakai to help him. But outside of that, nothing's really gonna happen until the latter half of the tournament. Specifically when Goku and Vegeta face Jiren together. Goku's already broken his limits, and it's time for Vegeta to do so as well. He's been waiting to break out this power, and Jiren seems like the perfect opponent for it. As Goku powers up into Blue Kaioken, Vegeta begins powering up too, and instead of getting Blue Evolution this time, he shows off something much different. And honestly, we don't know what the true color of this form will be yet, at least at the time of this recording, but I'm gonna assume it's purplish in color considering what God of Destruction energy looks like. So Vegeta is surrounded by a purplish aura. It's dark and menacing. It's almost like he's encapsulated by flames. Everyone watches on in awe as he transforms, especially Beerus. This is his student showing off his full power. And it even catches Toppo's eye too. That energy, it's definitely the same as his. The flames dissipate, and Vegeta is revealed to be much buffer than before. His hair is spikier and flowing, tinted purple as well, and most notably his face changes. He has no eyebrows, and his eyes are the same color as his aura. Vegeta is now using Ultra Ego. I mean, it's only fitting. Kakarot used Ultra Instinct before, so why not refer to this form as Ultra Ego? And the two of them begin their battle with Jiren. And as we know with Ultra Ego, Vegeta seems to get stronger the more his battle spirit grows. The more he's attacked, the stronger he gets. So this is incredibly beneficial for him during battle. And his power even surprises Jiren. He and Goku are doing an effective job at holding Jiren off, and it seems like they're making some progress. But even as their battle continues, things go the same throughout the rest of the tournament. Gohan and Dispo are eliminated, 17 and Frieza try and fight Toppo, and Toppo transforms. And eventually, Toppo ends up jumping into the battle with Jiren, trying to split Goku and Vegeta up. Toppo is now Vegeta's opponent, and Vegeta smirks. Another fitting opponent for him, someone with the same power. Two students of God's destruction, Belmont's student versus Beerus' student. Now it comes down to who's the better destroyer. Vegeta's pumped up to have an opponent like this, and he hopes he doesn't disappoint. The duel begins, and right away, it's clear that Vegeta has an advantage in terms of power. Toppo is surprised to even see this. The two are using a similar power, but for Vegeta, it seems a lot more fitting for him. He begins overwhelming Toppo, to the point where he's forced to use more Hakais. But they're weak in comparison to Vegeta's. He's able to destroy those Hakais, using more powerful attacks from himself. He's backing Toppo into a corner, to the point where Toppo begins charging a massive attack. He doesn't care if this destroys the whole ring. This will be sure to defeat Vegeta. He launches the massive Hakai at him, but Vegeta charges one of his own. The two powerful attacks collide. A Hakai meets a Hakai. As the two collide, it's almost like they form into a singularity, shrinking and then expanding outwards, causing a huge explosion, shaking the entire world of Void, and even destroying half of the arena. It's even enough to distract Goku, Jiren, and 17, putting all of them off guard. The debris dissipates around Toppo, and he's still standing, but he can't see Vegeta anywhere. He must have done it. He must have knocked Vegeta out. But suddenly he feels two hands on his back. It's Vegeta right behind him. Vegeta charges a point-blank attack, launching Toppo across the ring. And as Toppo flies closer and closer to the edge, Vegeta launches more and more Hakais, destroying any of the rocks so they don't catch Toppo. And just as Toppo flies over the edge, he's about to grab back on, but Vegeta then jumps over him, taking him down with great force, using this kick to also propel Vegeta back into the ring. He lands, and it seems that Toppo is now knocked out, with Vegeta ready to hop back into the battle with Jiren. One more to go and they win the tournament. Goku, Vegeta, and 17 all fight Jiren together. And during this fight, Goku tries to reawaken Ultra Instinct, but as they are now, they might be fine. Vegeta is so strong that he's actually able to counter Jiren very effectively, forcing him to power up more and more. And as Jiren shows off more of his power, it gets a bit tougher for Vegeta, but he's still able to hold him off. Not to mention he does have Goku and 17 there too. But the best part is, he's able to destroy all of Jiren's attacks. Whenever Jiren uses his Ki Blast, Vegeta is simply able to make it dissipate, no matter how strong it is. As Goku tries to get more power and go into Ultra Instinct, 17 and Vegeta effectively distract Jiren. But with Vegeta, his strength is fleeting too. As he takes more damage, he does grow stronger. But it's not like he's completely immune to the damage, it still is hurting him, and he's still using energy all the while. And Goku sees all this. He knows he needs to reawaken Ultra Instinct, or else they lose. This pushes him to break his limits once more, going back into Ultra Instinct only, surprisingly jumping back into the fight alongside Vegeta. As he lands a few powerful punches on Jiren, he then jumps back, powering up once more as his hair flickers white, and he goes into the completed Ultra Instinct. The remaining gods all look on in awe, as Beerus cheers them on. The power from both of his students is amazing. Ultra Instinct Goku, Ultra Ego Vegeta, and 17. Also, Frieza's there, but he's doing whatever he's doing. He did get beat up pretty bad by Toppo after all. Anyways, the three of them all face Jiren. And as you could probably guess, this is way too much for Jiren. Ultra Instinct Goku is enough, and Ultra Ego Vegeta is still good too. But combine both of them together, plus the support from 17, and yeah, Jiren's pretty much screwed here. He gets completely overwhelmed by both of them. The power of a god of destruction and the power of angels is too much to counter, and he sees firsthand the fruits of Vegeta and Goku's training. He's eliminated, and Universe 7 wins the tournament. And with 4 members in the ring, the MVP is kinda harder to decide, but I feel like it would either go to Goku, 17, or Vegeta in this case. Goku has the most eliminations, and 17 was a very valuable support, also with a lot of eliminations himself. But as for Vegeta, he's a good balance between the two. He had a huge amount of eliminations and acted as a really good support, and also helped defeat 2 of the other strongest fighters. With that great balance in mind, I feel like he would get MVP, and as you could expect, he would not only want to wish for Universe 6 to come back, but just wish for everyone for that matter. He made the promise to Kappa, but why just revive Universe 6? Revive everyone, and he does so. A good ending to the Tournament of Power. Following this arc, the events of Broly would still happen, and similar to the last arc, most of it would remain the same at first. I mean, Vegeta having this great power isn't going to affect too much right away. With him being stronger, his fight with Broly is probably going to be easier, but by the time he's about to kill Broly, Goku's still going to end up jumping in and Broly's going to power up, so a lot of that goes pretty much the same as it did before. I would say that the change occurs around the time when Goku's fight finishes with Broly, once Broly goes Super Saiyan. Around this time, Vegeta jumps back into the fight, but instead of using Super Saiyan Blue, he jumps into Ultra Ego, knowing that this is going to be kind of tough. That's the great thing about Ultra Ego. Unlike Ultra Instinct, he could use it at will right now. He's got the advantage over Goku. And this power is more than enough to counter Broly. And remember, every time Vegeta's taking damage, he's just getting stronger and stronger. He gets more into the battle with each hit. And with Broly being so berserk right now, this only helps Vegeta more and more. He creates a shield around himself, one that instantly erases all of Broly's key attacks, and also powers up his own attacks once he punches him. Goku watches on amazed too. Vegeta's really getting into this. It's almost kind of scary how into it he's getting, and Vegeta knows he has to work fast. Broly is just like him. The more he battles, the stronger he gets, except he has no control over this power. Vegeta has control. Plus, he has the superior techniques. He remains relatively uninjured from Broly's attacks, being able to destroy most before they hit. And at one point, he's even about to Hakai Broly just to finish this, but Goku tells him not to. So Vegeta goes for a workaround and tries to find another way. The two continue their clash, and eventually Vegeta finishes off the battle. Even though Broly grows fast, Vegeta is able to overwhelm him before he grows too much, knocking the Berserk Saiyan unconscious. He then senses a huge jump in energy, and Vegeta looks over to see Frieza now in golden, launching right towards him. In one hand he has a blast charged, and he launches it right towards Vegeta, hitting him point blank. But as the energy hits him, it just turned into sparkles, being instantly destroyed by the Hakai. It doesn't injure or phase Vegeta at all. Vegeta slowly makes his way towards Frieza, who now looks terrified, and he tells Frieza he's not going to make the same mistake he made last time. No hesitation, and he's going to kill him for good. He simply says one word, Hakai. Frieza screams as he's destroyed. The area is illuminated purple, and he's just turned into dust, with a massive explosion following behind it. Vegeta turns back to Broly and only sees that he's gone. While this is all happening, another ship escapes, with Chi-Lai and Lemmo on it, having gotten Broly before he was killed. Vegeta looks over to Goku and he just laughs. He didn't want to stop them. Broly wasn't really a threat. He was forced into this after all. Exactly the reason he didn't want Vegeta to destroy Broly. With that arc ended, we now head into the Moro arc. With Vegeta having a good grasp on Ultra Ego, Goku of course is still trying to get a good grasp on Ultra Instinct. Their training still continues, but it seems they have a new task at hand. And I know I said this with both of the other arcs, but the beginning of this arc will go pretty much the same too. Again, Vegeta having this power doesn't really change how the arcs start, more so how they play out towards the middle and end. They meet Beerus, learn about Moro, and go to Namek to stop him. But Moro plays his cards right. He tries draining their energy right away, and they come to learn of his great power, eventually causing Moro to regain his youth. Alright, it looks like Vegeta's gonna have to break out this power again. After Goku and Vegeta are healed and Moro makes his wishes, they still are kinda low on energy, but Vegeta might be able to make this work, especially with all these prisoners that they're facing. Vegeta powers up into Ultra Ego, and Goku goes into blue. They gotta work quick. Moro's definitely gonna try and drain their energy again. They plow through all the Galactic Patrol prisoners, with Vegeta being able to do a significant amount of damage. As Moro watches on from his ship, Vegeta launches a massive Hakai upwards, with the entire ship crumbling down upon the prisoners. Beerus and Boo come in to distract Moro, trying to prevent him from draining any more energy. And as Goku and Vegeta fight more and more of the prisoners, Vegeta then feels a hand on the back of his neck, then simply grabbing the arm and destroying it. He turns around to see 7-3 stumbling back without an arm, and he simply Hakais him. Why was he grabbing his neck, weirdo? They defeat the rest of the prisoners, and Beerus yells for Vegeta to come up here and help him. Goku and Vegeta flying up before Moro escapes the atmosphere, with Beerus quickly able to bind Moro, and Vegeta then launching one more Hakai. Moro tries opening his mouth, but Beerus shoots a blast right at him, hitting him right in the back of the throat as Moro then starts coughing. He's hit by the Hakai, and a massive explosion occurs. And just like that, Moro is defeated. The rest of the Galactic Patrol arrives, picking up all the prisoners on Namek. Goku and Vegeta will be sure to revive everyone here using the Dragon Balls on Earth. It was definitely a good thing that Vegeta started training with Beerus more seriously, and this just serves as more motivation for Goku. He'll surpass him, he'll unlock Ultra Instinct to its fullest potential, and their rivalry will flourish because of it. With that, we end off here. So, what did you guys think about this short scenario? What do you think would have gone differently, if anything? Leave any thoughts in the comments below. I'd like to see what you guys think. As always, if you liked the video, be sure to drop a like. And let's try and hit that like goal at the beginning of the video. It lets me know you guys want to see more videos like this one. If you haven't already, why not subscribe? As well as hitting the bell icon so you're notified about any future What If minis on my channel, or any other videos that I upload. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video.